What if the secret to true happiness after 70 isn't about keeping up with others or striving for approval? What if it's about shedding the unnecessary weights that hold you back and embracing a simpler, more peaceful life? In this video, we'll uncover the 5 things you need to let go of to truly live the rest of your years in peace, fulfillment, and freedom. Stick with us until the end to discover how you can release these burdens and unlock a deeper sense of contentment. Let's dive into the first game-changing truth: the need for approval. As we grow older, we often realize that the need to please others is no longer a necessity, but a burden. For much of our lives, we've been conditioned to seek approval from parents, teachers, peers. We adjust, we compromise, and we suppress ourselves to fit others' expectations. But when you reach 70, you deserve freedom from this constant struggle for validation. No matter how hard you try, there will always be people who don't approve, who judge, or misunderstand you. Chasing after everyone's approval is like chasing the horizon. It's a fruitless, exhausting pursuit. At this stage in life, you don't need to apologize for being yourself. Speak your truth, set boundaries, and make decisions based on your own needs, not on what others expect. You might face resistance. Some may be disappointed or even angry. But remember, that's their burden, not yours. Letting go of the need to please will bring clarity and authenticity to your relationships, making the ones that matter even more meaningful. You'll find that every moment you spend pleasing others is a moment stolen from living fully. Don't waste your time trying to impress. Choose peace instead. Next up, regret, a heavy weight you don't need. The past can haunt you, especially as you get older. We all have regrets. We wish we had said different things, made other choices, or held on to certain relationships. But when you hold on to regret, you're tying yourself to a life that's already over. You can't change what's happened, but you can choose to carry the lessons forward. Regret doesn't fix the past, it poisons your present. It traps you in an endless loop of self-blame. Instead of focusing on what you could have done differently, ask yourself what you can do now. There's still time to mend relationships, express love, and practice gratitude. True responsibility doesn't lie in clinging to past mistakes. It lies in forgiving yourself, letting go of regret, and living fully in the now. If you can't change the past, make peace with it and focus on making your remaining years meaningful. Toxic relationships, it's time to let them go. At 70, the relationships you keep should be the ones that bring you joy, not stress. You've likely already identified the people who uplift you and the ones who drain your energy. It's time to make peace with the fact that some relationships, no matter how long they've lasted, don't deserve your attention anymore. Toxic relationships come in many forms: the guilt trippers, the critics, the users, and the drama stirrers. Keeping them around out of obligation is not an act of kindness. It's an act of self-sabotage. You do not owe anyone your peace. Letting go of these draining connections is one of the most freeing acts of self-respect. When you release the toxicity, you create space for deeper, more meaningful relationships, ones built on mutual respect and understanding. This isn't a loss, it's a gift to yourself. The fear of death, stop letting it steal your life. Fear of death is natural, but in your later years, it can become paralyzing. You might spend more time worrying about the inevitable than living in the present. But here's the twist: worrying about death won't prevent it. It only robs you of the time you still have. The truth is, death is inevitable, but it's also an opportunity to live with purpose and urgency. Instead of fearing what's ahead, focus on what's in front of you now. Appreciate the present moment and the time you have with loved ones. Let go of the fear, and you'll find that life becomes richer, more meaningful. The moments you share with others will matter far more than any fleeting worries. The belief that change is not possible. It's never too late. Finally, let go of the limiting belief that change isn't possible after a certain age. It's never too late to reinvent yourself, to grow, to learn. Many have found new passions, new careers, and new relationships later in life. The idea that you're too old to change is nothing more than a mental barrier. Your mind is still capable of growth, and your heart is still open to love. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, learning something new, or simply changing the way you see yourself, the potential for growth is endless.